up, everyone? Welcome back to the Gilbert Customs YouTube channel. Behind me is my 1971 International Travelall body swapped under a 2002 3/4 ton Chevy Suburban. In this week's video, we are going to try to get at least this bumper on the front, hopefully the bumper on the rear. I got these bumpers off of a 1966 C10. And they are a little bit too wide, but I think we can cut them and shorten them up a little bit. And I just had this sitting on here, but I think it will look pretty decent when we're done. So with that being said, I suppose I'm first gonna try to get some jack stands up under it and mock it up a little bit better and see what we have to cut. I'm pretty sure we will have to straighten the frame rail out, cut this top edge off because it's currently hitting the bumper and we need it to suck back farther. But that's not really a huge deal in my mind. We will lose the tow hooks on the front, but whatever. Sacrifices you make, I guess. Alright, so this is where the bumper's probably going to have to sit. I'm not too upset about it. Still got to do a little bit of tweaking on the angles, but now we're going to build some brackets from the bumper to the end of the frame rail. Just some quick, easy ones, because I'm not planning on these being totally permanent, at least the front one, maybe the rear one, but we'll see when we get there. I would like to build some off-road style ones, but if I can make this look pretty good for what it is, then we're going to roll with it. I got the bumpers for free, so yeah, don't have to spend any money other than time, wire, and a little bit of steel to make my top cap. So we'll roll with that. Right now we're going to build the brackets that hold it on, and we'll go from there. After we build the brackets, we'll have to obviously trim the edges of the bumpers and get them sucked in better or further, but hell yeah, brother. Pretty dang good. And I believe this side is actually tweaked a little bit. It appears that way, but it's going to be what it is. So our straight side is level and looks pretty decent. So we're going to, like I said, go ahead and make some quick mounts. Nothing fancy, just whatever. Get this operation done. Would like to use this 1x2 square tube somehow. If I can get that in there, I'd be happy with that. Which I think I can right there. I think I can. Just got to figure out the best way to go about it. Yes, you could say. Something like that would work pretty good. Just like so. And I believe I'm just going to weld this right on there. To hell with it. Just gonna cut another one of these out. If I can get up. 8.5 inches. Fire up. Chop saw. Oh yeah. One other thing I want to check is if I can get in here, how level it is with the world. Just make sure it's, that side is much higher. Much higher. Oh, we better figure out a way to take that down a notch. How about now? We'll have to adjust our angulation again, but 19, 24, 18. 24 to the bottom of the hole, 24 to the middle-ish of the hole. We're gonna go for this side up a hair. I think one pump on that is too much. Felt like it anyway. Pretty damn close. Right there. $24 and 5/8. 24 and 5/8. That looks pretty good, I think. I think that will do it. We're gonna roll with that. Get the phone somewhat straight again. And this probably leads us back to this situation. That reads level. Looks pretty good. So that's where we need to be, I do believe. What other measurements could we take here that are going to be accurate? This bar, 2 3/4, 2 1/2, 3 1/2. It's so hard when this bumper's all bent. I really think that looks as good as it's going to get, so we're just going to roll with it. I don't want to waste a bunch of time on this. water. Clean this booger up on the end. Jeez. Now, I've got two pieces, a welder, and zero brain power, but we're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna try to tack these in there, and then we will try to lift the bumper off, weld them on fully. Will that work? I don't know. Okay. Now I'm gonna pull this out, full weld it, weld those pieces onto the bumper, and then slide it back in, weld that side. Well, son of a... melted the frickin' clamp right to the metal. Got her hot. Well, that should be mounted up. Strong leg bull. Now if I can get my jack stands out, that will be something. Oh, hell yeah. Stout. Ain't going nowhere. You know, you gotta say that, otherwise it'll probably fall off. Alright. Now, the plan was to take some 3-inch strap, get her in here underneath the bumper, make a nice little cap, which just setting that up there helps a lot. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and cut the ends off, get that situated where we want it to be. And yeah, I don't know if I'm even going to take this measurement correctly, but we can try to get a baseline here. I'd like it to come in at least 1.25 inches. I'm going to have to do that on a flat spot of the bumper so that it slides straight in and not at an angle or anything goofy. So I'm going to try to go right on the other side of this hole, probably, and just cut that sucker off. So we're going to go ahead and cut on this blue line here. If I can find my fritten safety glasses and my gloves. We're going to see if we get lucky. If we just take it'll probably be around 1 inch by the time the grinder wheel gets in on both sides and everything. See if we can take that inch out and make that work for us.
Perfectly not perfect cut.
You're a wizard, Harry. Hey, I think it actually worked pretty good. It's like perfect. I don't know how I did that the first go, but we did it. That's pretty awesome. I'm going to clean off just enough paint on either side so I can stitch this back together. would say. Show you guys. Hell yeah. And with our filler in here, it's about to come all together. I'll move you guys over and we'll get this side cut out. It's probably not going to go as easy. I'm just saying, because nothing ever does twice. So we'll move over there and get that. Get my glove off. Get that side brought in a little bit, and then we'll build our top cap, and then we can move on to the back bumper. I think that will work. Alright guys, well now that we got the front bumper done, we're going to move on to the back. And this is also off of a 60s C10. So I'm having a little dilemma with how far I can get it in. I'm going to attempt to cut this off all the way across the bumper. And then I might have to trim the end of the frame just a little bit so that I can suck this back. I want to get this as close to there as I can. So yeah, we'll cut that first and then move on from there. Tape line from one side all the way to the other so we can get somewhat of a straight line. to cut this back lip off of here. Not sure how straight it really is, but gotta be half decent, I would think. How far is that gonna? 6 inches roughly. That's how far it'll stick out the back, which isn't the most perfect thing in the world, but I think it's what we got to do. So oops. All right, now let's see where that got us. As far as we could ever want, which to me is pretty good. Pretty good. Not really too mad about that. I think if I come up with it, we'll hide this little gap, which hopefully you guys can see. Maybe move you closer. Well, I think I should get it centered and then get the height right. And then we can seriously look at some mounts. You know, I think we just start building brackets. Not worry too much about the little things in life. I'll take you guys with. All right. Let's see what we've got here. So that dongle hanging out was the old bumper bracket that went right to the frame. That over there is the frame for the burb, and this is the main structure of the bumper. This plate right here runs all the way over. So somehow we've got to get from there over to there with a solid bracket, and hopefully grab those 2 bolt holes there and maybe drill one in the center of them behind it. So I'm going to draw up how we're going to do that, and then we'll get after it. All right, so I thought about it, and I cut out 2 3.5 by 8-inch long thick boy pieces of steel. I'm going to slide the bumper back and then slide those in the frame rails and mark where I need to drill the holes. And then we'll drill the holes while they're not mounted on the bumper, because that'll be easier. And then once my brain works after that, we will continue. So I can about imagine how well this right here is going to go. It ain't going to be a real pretty sight. Slide each of those in there, because I can't get them in with the bumper on. We take the bumper back up. What's crazy, this bottom plate is actually resting on, I didn't even notice that before, it's resting on the frame rail. So that there is a big plus in my book, because that also will take some of the load if I go to put a trailer hitch on. And at this rate, all I really need out of my jack then is to be maybe in the center, just so it doesn't tilt. Did not realize I'd be playing Jenga tonight. All right. That is pretty nice. That also means that as far as centering the bumper, it should be pretty straightforward. As long as that ain't gonna work. As long as this plate is centered, which you would think it would be. Just get out of my way, metal. All right. Shit. I gotta get my light. Alrighty. I'll get this sort of kind of figured out, and then I'll bring you guys down. All right, I will see if I can get you guys a good wangle of the dangle here. So, all right, so this here is the plate I cut. I'm going to mark the holes right here on that plate. We'll drill them out. And then going to weld this plate to this bottom piece of the bumper where the hitch ball actually goes to. We'll weld it in there on the top side. And then we'll make braces going from this dongle area over to the new plate and box that all in. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 welds on either side. Plus, this plate is resting inside of the Suburban frame rail. So all that weight, if I did hook to it, is pretty well distributed in my mind. I believe that will work. The only shitty thing is that I'm gonna have to run a spacer in between my bolt and this plate, which really ain't the end of the world. What the hell? Whatever. Ain't the end of the world to me. I think it'll still work out just fine. And that is the best, most strong way I can think of to do this. If you guys take a look, I mean, this is 1/4 inch or better all the way across. And when you really think about it, all these things I ever had was a bumper hitch. There was no, bolt-on style hitch. So it being this way, I think will work out just fine. I don't think I'll have any issues pulling around 5,000 pounds ever with it. So I think we're good there. Like I said, I'm going to mark those holes, and then we will clamp them in my vise and drill them, because yeah, I don't have a drill press. So that leads us to the next adventure of no fun at all.
No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
All right, we're going to go ahead and tack our 2 braces in and then set the bumper back on, make sure everything fits right, and then pull it back off, weld it all solid, and the bumper mounts will be done and ready to be put on permanently. Okay, well, there it is. Rear bumper is on. And I think it'll be plenty strong enough to do what I'm about to do. So, yeah. I hope you guys found that interesting. In the next video, we are going to hopefully get the tail lights wired up, fix the filler neck issue, run that up into factory location on the Travelall, and possibly work on some interior paneling in the back. But I'd be happy with tail lights and filler neck done. So that's the goal. And as always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Really appreciate everybody, and I hope you enjoyed the video.